Today, Catholics from all over the world are celebrating St. Joseph the Worker Day, the lesser-known feast of St. Joseph. Students from St. Joseph the Workers Academy in Windsor Terrace attended a Mass in his honor. Pope Pius XII established the day to be an alternative to the protests and commotions of May Day. May Day, or International Workers' Day, started as a socialist and communist day to recognize workers' rights. But recently, people use the day to protest anything and everything, and it often turns violent. St. Joseph the Workers' Day provides a calmer, spiritual dimension, recognizing the dignity of workers.
St. Joseph was a very hard worker. He worked very hard as a carpenter. He has to work very hard to feed the family.
Catholics use this day to focus on improving work conditions around the world. The bishops are strong supporters of increasing the minimum wage here in the United States. I met with Charles Clark, an economic professor at St. John's University, to discuss the topic.
The bishops now are in favor of is that floor has gotten too low in the United States so that you can work full-time and still be under poverty. So they want to raise that up to eliminate that. The church's teaching is that workers should be paid a just wage. And a just wage is more than just the issue of the minimum wage. A person's income should be able to support themselves and their family in a decent standard of living so that they can fully, support themselves and also that they can fully be part of a community.
This follows Senate Republicans blocking a measure to raise the federal wage to $10.10 just yesterday.
A majority of senators saying yes, but almost every Republican saying no to giving America a raise.
Republicans are scared it will cause inflation and unemployment, but Charles Clark doesn't believe that's true.
The evidence shows that that wouldn't cause inflation and that it wouldn't cause unemployment to go up. But if you look at what raises the cost of production, it's not just the cost of the wage, it's how productive workers are. And since we haven't raised wages with productivity over the past 30 years, the real value of the minimum wage is much lower than the productive value of workers. So what we would be doing is we would just be pricing labor based on how valuable it has increased. But because of the structure of the economy and the lack of bargaining power workers have in setting wages, they haven't been able to get those benefits. Those have all gone to the owners.
Since the beginning of his pontificate, Pope Francis has reiterated his concern about protecting the human dignity of workers. Last feast day, he focused on unemployment and young people.
Joseph, the carpenter of Nazareth, reminds us of the dignity and importance of labor. Work is part of God's plan for the world. By responsibly cultivating the goods of creation, we grow in dignity as men and women made in God's image.
This year, the Pope tweeted, "I ask everyone with political responsibility to remember two things, human dignity and the common good." For Currents, I'm Michelle Powers.